So one of the types of fields that you can go ahead and add into your form in Jotform is an input table field. So to do that over here, you can see that I am in the form editing area. So I can go around over here onto the left hand side and click on add element. Once I go ahead and do that, I can scroll down and here you can see that survey elements input table is an option. It's under basic under the survey element title. If I were to go ahead and click, you can simply see like I can go ahead and type in a question. Let's say, for example, I'm going to go ahead and say rate your experience right here, just like this. So it's from not satisfied right here till any thoughts, as you can see right here, just like this. You can go ahead and change out however you like. That is, change out the change out the text right here, and even go ahead and add in, let's say, for example, a field as you like. Add in a row, that is. So I can go ahead and type in, let's say, for example, I am going to say hospitality right here, just like this. So this is what I have, and I can actually go around over here and then add in the column as well. Let's say, for example, I'm going to go ahead and say very good right here, just like this. So this is what you have, as you can see. So I'm just going to go around and say good, just like this right here. I can make the change, and I can even go ahead and, let's say, for example, remove out, like, let's say, for example, go ahead and then remove out the let's say, for example, sections right here if I don't want them. Let's say, for example, I want to remove out responsiveness, then you can go ahead and delete that field as well. So this is what you have, and then if I were to actually go around over here onto the preview form section right here, you will be able to see this right here. So you can go ahead and select it. But you can see that I am not seeing the fifth option right here. So let me just turn off the preview form for that, and then I can go to properties for it. So here you can see that it says field labels. So I'm just going to go ahead and change it to rate experience and correct it out. And you can see that the change reflects out here as well. So you can go ahead on to the label alignment, go to the left, on the right, on the top, as you can see right here, and this is what you have. You can set this as the form default, meaning if I were to go ahead and bring in the input table again, you can see that it simply stays in the top. But let me just go ahead and remove this out right here, and then go to this particular table and then go to properties. Once I do that over here in the requirements section, you can see that I can say no, or I can say required at least one answer, or you can you can go ahead and select require an answer in every cell. So you can change the condition for this as needed. You can even duplicate this field as you can duplicate any field. But let me just go ahead and delete this out and work around with the properties for this table properties itself. So once I go around over here, you can see the field and you can choose the input type. So right now it's radio button, but you can also go ahead and choose checkboxes right here so that multiple selections can be done. You can even add in drop down or just add in a text box, numerical text box, or currency text box as well. And you can even go ahead and type in multi-type columns right here. And you can even go ahead and add in the rows and remove it from over here. So this is what you have, as you can see right here. Instead of typing here, you can manage it out as well. So you can see you can change out the column types like checkbox and then, let's say, for example, text box. So you can go ahead and change it out to different column types as you like as well as needed. But let me just go around over here onto radio button itself, because that is what we need in our case. So I can go to option and you can change the table width. Let's say, for example, if I were to type in 300 pixel, this is what you have. You can even go ahead and make it 400 right here, just like this as you want. You can define the table width and even the column width. Let's say, for example, I can go ahead and say 100 pixel. And you can see that there's calculation values right here as well that you can go ahead and add in. For example, if you want to assign a code for each of the, let's say, for example, line, you can type in 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say, for example, press 1, 2, 3, 4 or 2, 3, 4, 5 and so forth, or change around the score itself. Then for each of the corresponding cell, that particular number will be assigned, and you would get it when someone fills out the form. If you want a random, let's say, for example, a selection, you can shuffle the rows as well. You can even go to advanced right here and add in a hover text. Let's say, for example, I'm going to go ahead and say, select according to your experience right here, just like this. You can go ahead and shrink out this field as well and move it to a new line if you don't want it there, or just unshrink it because I just want it in full area right here. You can even hide the field so that this field stays hidden and won't be visible to the users for a while. And you can enable it by unhiding the field whenever you want. If you were to go to the field details, then you would be able to see the unique name right here and the field IDs right here, just like this as well. So this is simply how you can go ahead and work around with the form input table inside of Jotform. So I hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe